Hi everyone, this is Erica from Act on Mass.
And Matt.
And we're here to talk to you about the Student Opportunity Act, which is being voted on today. Today, this monumental education bill will be voted on, as well as a number of amendments. You want to tell us a little bit about the Student Opportunity Act and what we expect to see for the rest of the day?
Yeah, so this bill is the House version of the Student Opportunity Act, which was just passed in the Senate a few weeks ago. Provides a ton of badly needed funding for schools in Massachusetts. There's also a number of really important amendments that were filed. We highlighted number 55 and number 50. 55 is the amendment that will preserve local autonomy and ensure that these funds that are being directed to school districts can't just be withdrawn by the Baker administration. Preserves local autonomy for schools.
Yeah, especially on number 55 was one of our priority amendments. It was also the priority amendment of the Fund Our Future campaign, as well as the Massachusetts Teachers Association, or the MTA. This is the largest union in New England. And unfortunately, this amendment was withdrawn. So just it was one of the first amendments they voted on, and they withdrew it. Unfortunately, Rep. Jim Hawkins filed. There were a number of speeches. There were a few public speeches given, first by Rep. Hawkins, and then it was followed by Rep. Wagner.
Speaking against it.
Yeah, there was one more, I believe. It was Vargas, I believe.
Rep. Andy Vargas as well.
But then right after that, Rep. Hawkins stood up and said that he would like to withdraw the amendment, which was a pretty big surprise for all of us. That we were kind of expecting that for such a priority amendment, we would at least know how these state reps vote.
And to be clear, this is language that the Senate already adopted, so it didn't strike me as particularly controversial. I know that Governor Baker doesn't like it, but we have an 80% supermajority of Democrats in the legislature.
Yeah.
So
this was equivalent to the Jalen amendment, is that right? Number 17, and it passed.
Passed on a roll call in the Senate. So
passed pretty squarely. So unfortunately now they're working on other amendments that might be, get as good as number 55. They're trying to work on a compromise here, but unfortunately we are completely left out of that process. They're meeting behind closed doors.
Well, we don't know. There's a few other amendments that cover elements of the local autonomy, but we're not actually sure what's going to come out of committee. Not committee, but rather come out of the rooms where they're discussing it.
Right.
So there are amendments like 51 that add part of the language of 55, but until things are passed, we won't know. We're going to probably be here until late at night. There's dozens of amendments still to take.
Yeah, so we'll keep you posted on what's happening. Great.